Hello, Goblin Clan. Today, me, your disheveled goblin, am going to be going through a bunch of your assumptions about me, of all people. Who would have thought? Who could have thunk? Who would have known? Is the Goblin Clan the official name for my audience? I guess. Sure. I saw someone use it on Twitter and I was like, yeah, that works. But I'm not the King Goblin, I'm not the Ruler Goblin, none of that weird pedestal crap. I'm just the disheveled goblin who brings you the news and other things and likes Wheel of Time. That's it. Okay? Nothing else. No, don't make it weird. And today, you guys sent me a bunch of your assumptions about me on Instagram, and I'm going to go through them one by one. There's nearly 100 here now. Let's go ahead and get moving. I'm doing this because I've seen a lot of other content creators doing it, including Ali Abdal, who if you've not seen his work, check him out. Amazing, productivity YouTuber. Let's go ahead and just do it myself, right? Trending. This is good for my career. Stuff. We're starting with the YouTube category, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but we're starting with the YouTube category. Cool. You hype up before videos. Looking in the mirror, I am the goblin, like Willem Dafoe. No, don't do that. Maybe I'll start. That sounds fun. You earn a lot of money from YouTube, and you are rich, so you have so many limited editions. I do have quite a few limited editions, but I've bought almost none of them. Most of them were either sent to me by publishers, fans, and or the authors, so it's not like I'm blowing fat stacks on limited edition books. I'm actually not a big spender a lot of the times, and I kind of just generally enjoy having a nice mass market paperback. Though don't be wrong, I love the limited editions I have. I appreciate them. They're great. I cherish them, but most of the time, just a standard paperback is all I need, or even an ebook if I don't particularly feel the need to own the book. You get money offers from some writers to do a good review, and you have said no to them. Yeah, every single one, and I judge the authors who do that a lot. You have a mad crush on Nynaeve. Come on. If I had to choose a Wheel of Time character I have a crush on, Avienda. You've reviewed books you've never actually finished reading. No, I actually take this very seriously. I don't want anyone to think this. I finish every single book that I read. That's important to me. And I think there is one book that I actually did say in the video, because I wanted it to be known, I DNF'd this. So it was Nevernight, because I was just kind of bothered by that book, though I should probably give it another go, because a lot of people have told me I should give it another go. You're a fun-loving dude who cares deeply about your fans. I do enjoy fun, never met anyone who doesn't, and I do care a lot about my fans, to the point where it's actually become something I have to watch out for. People send me DMs that are them opening up to me, and I've had to stop reading them so much because I'm very empathetic and I start caring, and I'm I can't go through this all. I'm emotionally invested in your story, and if you're telling me about sick relatives and things, I can't constantly have that in my life to be mentally sound. So unfortunately I've had to pull back because I love you so much. Sure. You are the annoyingly intense book snob to your non-reader friends. I actually take great effort to not talk about books around my friends too much, because I know for a lot of them they just don't care, and I don't want to be that guy who's constantly, I don't want to be that guy who's Daniel's coming, God, no one mentioned a book. So usually if they want to know about my job, they're asking about more the YouTube side of things than the book side of things. You don't expose your true opinion, afraid of backlash in some popular book series. I think you mean on some popular book series. I'm dyslexic, I shouldn't judge you. No, I've been really honest about disliking certain things. I mean, it's gotten me a lot of backlash. I still maintain I don't like some Malazan books. I don't like Kingkiller that much. I definitely didn't like Nevernight or Six of Crows. I've never really muted my opinion significantly in any way, shape, or form. Sometimes I want to be meaner, but I'll hold back because, it's not professional to tell an author to go over something they wrote. You know what I mean? You don't go outside. Actually a goblin? I actually try to go outside at least once a day, whether for a walk or just to have a good bit of sunshine. I'll read outdoors because it's important to me to not just be cooped up in this apartment nonstop. That you have become a lot more confident over the last few years, more comfortable being you. I assumed you mean in front of the camera for this one. That's why I put it in the YouTube/fantasy section, not the personal section of this. But yeah, I've gotten a lot more comfortable in front of the camera. So watch that video if you wanted to see what I'm talking about. Good Lord, that's a different man. Child. That was a child back then. Still kind of am. You enjoy working more than partying. Depends on what you define by party. Hanging out with 5 friends, just chilling, having a good time? No, I prefer that. But in terms of going never really been that guy. I've been to my fair share in college because some of my friends were into it, but it was never something I eagerly sought out to do. You are not actually great with dealing with hate. I've gotten better at it. There's been a recent spike of dislike for me, especially since I did my Rhythm of War review, which was strange. And it gets to me sometimes, especially when people get really personal when they've never met me and only see the face I put on for a camera show. But hey, what have you. I just kind of picture this channel as like a group of people who've decided to have fun with me in the corner over here. And if people decide to dislike that, that's fine. I more just judge them for not just ignoring something they don't like. That's how I approach things I don't really enjoy. You're indecisive with reviews. It depends on the book. Sometimes I really like something, but I know it's really flawed. So I'm careful in the review to point out both of those things and try and find a balance where it's like, hey, these flaws exist, but I still really liked it for these reasons. It's also one of the reasons why like I never really have to hide that I like something, because I will just say I had a good time. Here are the technical flaws, and usually both sides of liking or disliking something will appreciate, yeah, there's those flaws that exist, and you can still like it for whatever reason. You put a lot more active thought into your articulation or rhetoric for your videos than people realize. Fun fact, not really. I actually have a background in public speaking, communications. I know how to write a really solid speech, but I almost never script my videos because I actually started this channel as a way to get away from that. I just kind of wanted to practice being able to free form go. And a lot of the time for my reviews, it's that kind of method. I do have notes written down, that things I want to touch on, but they're basically just bullet points, and I will just ramble thought through it. I find that if I script myself, I come across extremely scripted. I don't know why, because if I'm actually giving a speech to a group of people, I know how to avoid that. But I, as an editor, when I'm going through, much prefer the way I sound if I'm just kind of rambling than if I have like a script I'm following. So there's the truth there. You think that ghosts are better than goblins? F***ing no. Ghosts can't even touch things, and if they can, it's like once a day to nudge a jar off a table. I don't want to be some non-tactile Goblins smith armor. What can ghost armor do? Not stop a bullet? Get out of here right there. I took that too far. You were just trying to be funny, and I was trying to be funny back, but I feel like I escalated. Fun fact, I also don't believe in ghosts. If ghosts are real, kill me now. No. You get visibly angry at bad characters. I want to say no, but I know if I'm reading a bad book, I get audible. Like I get, like I will start expressing my displeasure, because if I'm reading a bad book, people will usually ask me like, what's going on? Are you okay? And I have to be like, yeah, it's just bad. So yeah, a little bit. You look really hard to get your disheveled goblin look just right. No, I actually just kind of rolled to bed looking like this monstrosity. For me, I just have really wiry hair. Maybe I have to comb it a little, but if I do, it's just a tiny bit of water and we're all good to go. And I don't have like a skincare routine or anything. I just take my body wash and rub my face. Oh, that's the end of the fantasy YouTube section. Let's go ahead and get personal. That's where we're going now. So you're gonna get right here, right into the old pump knocker. That's not a word for heart. Your cat is your best friend. No, my best friend's either my girlfriend or a very good buddy of mine and co-host of my podcast, A Fictional Conversation, Bobby O'Donnell. I've known him probably longer than any other friend I have, and we haven't been talking as much recently, but I trust that man with my life. When you're alone and put some music on, you dance. I would say I more sway, because I really do not like dancing. You don't exercise a lot. I get active at least once a day. I make it a priority to go out and do something active once a day. Sometimes it will be a dedicated workout a few times a week, but there's other days where it's just a long walk. But I definitely do make a point to move. You like to win discussions. I am maybe the most competitive person you've ever seen. So yeah, I like to win. You were the cool nerd in high school. I don't think so. I think I was just the awkward nerd in high school. You like talking trees. I do smoke for my anxiety, but I do not like pot culture that much. Good taste in drinks/food. My fast food consumption begs to differ. I don't eat fast food much, but when I do, I love it. Drinks though, yeah, Dark and Stormy. That's something you should check out. Great drink. I assume that you're a good man. Aw. Maybe. You have imposter syndrome. I did a lot worse a little bit ago, and even more so back when I was a software engineer. I never felt like I should have been a software engineer. It just didn't feel right to me. But still, yeah, to this day, good, solid bit of imposter syndrome with what I do. Because like, how could I not? I have no qualifications for this. It's just me having fun talking about books. And a lot of people come in and they're like, oh, you're the book guy. And I'm like, no. I'm the weird book guy. There's a clear distinction there, and it's very important to me. You are not insecure about yourself. You are the exact opposite. A bit egotistic, perhaps? Ooh! I would say I'm very confident in certain aspects of myself, but overall I am still an anxiety-ridden person who is very insecure. Your age is 22 to 25. Oof, missed it by a little bit. I'm just north of that. Good fun when out down the pub. I kind of like going to a bar. Yeah, I'll hang out at a bar as long as it's not like overly crowded or too loud. I hate noise. Noise and me are not friends. I like peace, calm, and quiet. You would not get that from the editing of my videos. A bit pretentious. I think everyone's a bit pretentious. No one's not pretentious about something. Actually, I think the thing I'm probably most pretentious about is not books. Go ahead and guess what you think it is. You don't like talking about your anxiety. I'm very open with my anxiety because I think it's something we need to destroy the stigma around. Mental health is nothing to be ashamed of. I suffer from anxiety and depression. And ever since I've started to open up about it, it's gotten a lot better. So I encourage others to do so. There's nothing wrong with being diagnosed with a mental illness. It just means you got an additional fight in your life, and that's okay. You grew up going to a church youth group. Not really. Religion has never really been a thing in my life. Please, dear God, don't send me an email trying to convert me to whatever your religion is. Every time I say that, I get like 10. I was in the Boy Scouts. I got my eagle. Don't support them politically at all. They did teach me some good, useful skills, though. I'll give the Boy Scouts that. But that's the closest thing I have to like any kind of like youth group church thing. By the way, I just want to add on to this. I'm not anti-religion in any way, shape, or form. As long as you don't force other people to try and believe what you believe, I got no issue with your beliefs as long as you're not hurting others. Simple as that. You are actually quite sensitive. Depends on the thing. You only wear pants when filming. You think I wear pants when I'm filming? You have facial hair to look older. I think that's why everybody has facial hair. Either that or to add a little bit of chin. But I do look ridiculously young when I shave. You a bit of a pushover. As we covered, no, I'm ridiculously competitive. If you're referring to like certain ways I've handled comments, I tried to just back away from people online because there is, and I want to reiterate this as firmly as possible, absolutely no point in debating someone online. That's just going to be my take on that. I always get the impression that you had a wholesome, uncomplicated youth, objectively. I had a very privileged childhood that got very rocky, is how I will put it. And I have found my own stability, and that's how I've found my happiness, is how I will phrase everything there. I don't like opening up too much about my personal life. Maybe I'll do a video in the future that's like, draw my life, here's my story, but not yet. Things get more complicated though when people... That's getting cut. That was way too dark. That you're just chill. You just seem like a really chill dude. Oh, thank you. Okay, if I'm not having a bad anxiety day, I like to think I'm a pretty go-with-the-flow person who isn't too demanding or anything, but I don't think my best friends would have chill in the top 3 words they use to describe me. That you're a decent, loving human being, oh thank you, and fantasy nerd, but you have many guilty pleasures. Pop music. Oh, I love me some pop music. And I don't know if it's a guilty pleasure, it's just like something I don't think I should be like particularly proud of. Pop music is pop music, it's not the greatest thing ever, but I do love me some good old... You are an only child? No. I have a brother who I love dearly, and I've actually gained 2 sisters since my mom married her partner, and they're all wonderful. You wear the same clothes for like 8 years before getting new ones. You think it's only 8? That you're super smart. I like to think I'm of acceptable intelligence, but in the grand comparison to like the smartest human beings, I'm not even close. Your older brother is mean to you. Speaking of my brother, this is him. Friends deal with you derailing conversations with random facts about media/authors. Oh, I wish I could say that's not true. It's so true. You seem like the kind of guy that was popular in school. I had friends. That sounded so sad. Oh my God. What I meant to say was like, I had friends in like different groups, but I never was like a huge group of friends guy. I just had, I'd say like 7 to 12-ish people I would consider really good friends in high school. Roughly the same number in college. And then because adult life is adult life, that gets narrowed down to like 4 or 5, because dear God, is it hard to stay in touch with people. You self-criticize too harshly and find compliments about your work difficult to accept. Yeah, get out of my head. You aren't as crazy/silly in real life. There are some days where I am just mellow as can be and I don't want to hear noise. I just want quiet and peace. And then there are other days where I'm quite literally like bouncing around my apartment with pips, just bored, like, ah! I think it's reflected in the videos. Some videos I'm very like, other videos I'm like, ah! There's range to this personality. I guess that sounds annoying as shit. That was the final personal one. Now we're going to get into romance because a lot of you wanted to know about my sexuality and love life. I've been avoiding this for years, Let's just get this out of the way. Hi, Mom and Dad. Heart of stone when it comes to ladies. I don't know exactly what this means. Does this mean like I use women? I don't think that's ever been a problem in my life. So no, I'm a pretty empathetic person. I think I feel other people's feelings a lot. You're very forceful in your relationships. Like it's your way, not good at compromise. I will redirect this to Brittany, but I actually think one of my core philosophies for any relationship working is compromise. And being willing to really understand where the other person's coming from. That is actually something that is a must for me in a relationship, is having a healthy respect of each other's wants and why you want those things and being able to find a middle ground where everyone is happy. So I guess my answer is yes. I'm forcefully advocating for compromise. You have a hard time with long-term relationships. Yeah, I actually have in my past. I get a little scared of commitment and things like that, and it's been an issue, but definitely as I've gotten older and I've had more long-term relationships, it's a fear that's kind of died. I just kind of take comfort in having a partner now. The value and the immense joy you get from experiencing life with somebody definitely outweighs any of the other kind of lone wolf things, at least as I've gotten older. You love sex, but you pretend you don't. My big question here is, what makes you think I pretend I don't? I just don't put it in my channel because this is a book channel. But no, sex is kind of the greatest thing ever. You find humor really attractive. I indeed do. Brittany, it makes me laugh a lot. And it goes both ways. If they can make me laugh, I find that attractive. And if they enjoy my sense of humor and I get them to laugh a lot, I find that attractive. Because I like making people I care about and, cherish happy and smile and giggle and go because they laugh so hard. So that's something, yeah, I find attractive. You are into some non-vanilla, i.e. kinky stuff. You like butts. I do indeed like butts. I do very much so indeed like butts. You're a great kisser. I will redirect this to Brittany. I assume that you're bi. You give off that kind of energy. You're secretly bisexual and have a deep crush on Kaladin. You are gay. You're queer. Gay. And many, many more people saying the same thing. I get a lot of this because I'm very outspoken in my support of the LGBTQ plus community. My mom is a lesbian and she's married to another mom of mine now who I've welcomed in my life wholeheartedly. I love them both dearly. And I wear a gay pride watch band a lot of the time to show support for them and other friends of mine. Unfortunately, no, I am not bisexual. I am straight. Although there have been more than a couple guys who have tried to get me the other way, I am completely and utterly straight. Sorry for anyone out there who wanted me not to be. I'm just a very, very big advocate for LGBTQ plus rights. You support LGBTQ rights. Yes. In other words, I'm not a dick. Now we're gonna get into miscellaneous. There's just, I couldn't think of anything where to put this. There's just miscellaneous categories, questions about whatever you guys had. You prefer salty foods over sweet. Yes. You have an irrational but deep-seated hatred of geese. It's not irrational. Geese suck. They are horrible, horrible birds, just like most birds. I don't like feathery creatures. You used to bully kids for their lunch money. I never have stolen from anybody, ever. I'm not a thief, but I did bully someone in middle school and I still feel horrible about it to this day. You wear a mask. Please, yes. Yes. I'm not an idiot. You are a nihilist. Yep, and that's a very happy, beautiful thing. Everyone should find their own purpose in life. There is no inherent meaning, and that's great. That means we're all on an individual, unique path. And there's not just one purpose to your life. It can change and evolve, and I think that's great. You're a socialist. Yep. You're low-key really good at board games. I referred you to the competitive answer before. You can't grow a beard, and this is from the Wheel of Time. I thought we were cool. I thought we were friends. Why would you hurt me like this? I'm trying. I assume you are scared of spiders. No, I love spiders. Spiders are super dope. You use Old Spice. Yep. You speak Spanish. 9. You're a pleb who hates watching films/TV that requires subtitles. No. You were a theater kid in high school. No, but I thought they were so cool. I always wanted to, but I didn't get into theater till college. You're really aggressive with your political opinions. Someone follows me on Twitter. You tried playing basketball in high school, but weren't really that good. I'm sorry. I was pretty good until everyone caught up with me in height. I've been this tall since I was like really young, so I was like the best defender ever, and then everyone caught up and then I wasn't good anymore. You've considered going vegan at least once. I have, but not really vegan, more vegetarian, but chicken is the greatest food ever. You're not afraid to argue with people. What are you trying to say? You wouldn't be friends with a Republican. No, I'm friends with Republicans, more moderate ones, because the ones that are on the far right are We're gonna move on now. Extremely chaotic, doesn't sleep, has music playing constantly, and sings at inopportune times. The only one of those things that's true is the last one, because I am probably the most susceptible person ever when it comes to like earworm songs. If you just start a Queen song, the chorus will be in my head for a week. You don't like pickles. Pickles are incredible. You can't ollie. Never got into skateboarding. You get drunk pretty fast, you just look like that. LOL, I don't know how to explain it. I do. I'm actually kind of a cheap like date in that sense. If we're going out, I'll do 1 or 2 drinks and then I'm kind of good. That you're very politically aware, but don't talk about it. Someone needs to follow me on Twitter. You're probably very good with computers. Used to be a software engineer, so yeah. You like flowers. I love flowers. Flowers are amazing. You drink protein shakes every morning. I used to, but I have a stomach condition, so now I can't. You don't like sports. I love sports. I do the sport. I get the point. The smaller number or the higher number, whichever requires me to win. I'm competitive. I do like playing pretty much any sport, just not watching. That's boring. You hate musicals. I love musicals. How dare you? You can't hold your liquor. In the sense that I can't drink a ton, sure, but I also definitely know my limits, and I have not been like out of control drunk in a long, long time, because I know exactly when to stop. You either never wear mismatched socks or only wear mismatched socks. It would bother me to no end to wear mismatched socks. You're a beans on toast guy. Who puts beans on their toast? You assume anyone on the right is inherently racist. No. You drink your coffee black. I'm not consistent in how I drink my coffee. Some days I want cream, some days I want sugar, some days I want some kind of specialty drink, other days, yeah, just black. You like craft beer. I like what I like. It's not really consistent. You secretly like K-pop. I've never given it much of a listen. I don't generally like music I can't understand, though I've heard they sometimes are speaking English. I need to give it a look, but as of right now, I can't really say that I am. You had an emo phase in middle school and rocked some of your mom's eyeliner that you stole. No, I never went through an emo phase or a goth phase. You're really surprised how much you get hit on by your audience. It is surprising at times. Quality over quantity when it comes to friends. Absolutely. You have small feet. I wear an 11.5. You are tall. 5'11" and a lot. You like turtles. Turtles freak me out. I don't like turtles. They're cool at a distance. Don't want it near me. You hoard your gold in the deep caves under the mountains. Unfortunately, this goblin has no gold yet, but that's where we're going to go ahead and end this one here. Thank you guys so much for sending me your assumptions about me. This is kind of interesting to see what people think of me. I thought it'd be more consistent, but it's just kind of all over the board. I looked through like a few hundred different ones that were sent in, and yeah, the whole spectrum people kind of thought about me, but there was some consistent through lines. Anyway, go ahead and leave more comments about things you assume about me, and I will respond to as many as I can right down there. Like and subscribe if you have not already. Hit the Patreon if you want to support what I do here. And have a good one, y'all. Peace.